Hi there, 6th grade students. Are you ready for lesson 113? Today we are adding and subtracting mixed measures, and we're multiplying by powers of 10. So let's just get started. We've been doing this for a while. This is not new. We're going to add some mixed measures. And here we're going to add hours together. And you can do it this way, or you can add it like time, okay? Either one, hours, minutes. We know this already. Thank you, Mr. Grackle. He knows it too. So we'll add our minutes first. 50 minutes plus 40 minutes is 90 minutes. 1 hour plus 1 hour is 2 hours. Okay, so now what do we need to do? Well, 90 minutes is longer than an hour. So we'll need to subtract 1 hour of minutes. 90 minus 60 is 30, and add 1 right over here. And that gives us 3 hours and 30 minutes. All right. Let's look at feet and inches. We're going to subtract feet and inches. All right, so here we're going to first start by subtracting our inches. But we have more down here than we have up here. So we will have to borrow a foot's worth of inches. So we'll change that to 7 feet, and we will add 12 plus 7, right? 12 inches in a foot plus 7 inches that we already had is equal to 19 inches. So then we'll subtract 19 inches minus 9 inches is 10 inches. 7 feet minus 6 feet is 1 foot. So that gives us our mixed measure of 1 foot, 10 inches. Hooray for us. All right, let's go on to multiplying by powers of 10. We've done this already too, right? Let me read to you from page 593. It says, we can multiply by powers of 10 very easily. Multiplying by powers of 10 does not change the digits, only the place value of the digits. We can change the place value by moving the decimal point, the number of places shown by the exponent. Okay, so if we have 1.2 times 10 to the third, and we want to write it in standard notation, we simply move the decimal point 3 places to the right. Since 10 to the third, we're moving it 3 places, and we fill in the empty places with zeros. So let's look at example 3. They want us to write 6.2 times 10 to the second in standard notation, right? Normal writing. So we'll write 6.2, come on, decimal, and we will move our decimal 2 places to the right. 1, 2. We'll put it right here. We'll erase this decimal, and we'll fill in the empty places with a 0, so we have 620. Let's look at example 4. Okay, so they give us a 500 million. They want us to write it in standard notation. First, they have us writing a 500 million. Okay, so they have us changing our fraction to a decimal, right, 0.5, and multiplying that times a billion. That's a million. 1 more is a billion, right? So if we multiply 0.5 times a billion, we get 500 million. Is that enough zeros? Nope. 1 more set. Okay. And then they say to us, how would we write that using powers of 10? Okay. So we would use our whole number, right? 5 times 10 to the something, and that something is the number of zeros following our whole number. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 times 10 to the 8th. Okay. Let's do the practice set. Here we are adding, subtracting, mixed measurements, feet, inches, hours, minutes. Why don't you try these on your own and then come back and see if you got the answer right. So first in A, we will add these feet and inches. First we'll add our inches. 8 plus 5 is 13 inches. 6 and 4 is 10 feet. 13 inches is bigger than a foot. So we will need to take a foot away and add a foot over here. Take away a foot in inches. So 13 minus 12 is 1 inch. 10 plus 1 foot is 11 feet. We come up with the answer of 11 feet, 1 inch in simplified form. All right, let's look at our hours. We're going to subtract hours and minutes. Wow, that was a noisy vehicle. I apologize. So we can't subtract 40 from 15. We will need to borrow an hour's worth of minutes. So we'll take away 1 hour here, and we will add 60 minutes up here. So we have 60 plus 15 is 75. Can you see my 7? 75 minus 40. 5 minus 0 is 5. 7 minus 4 is 3. We're left with 35 minutes. 2 hours minus 1 hour is 1 hour. Okay, like I said, these are not new concepts. We're just practicing them some more, and we're having to simplify, aren't we? Here's more of our practice set, and this is dealing with our 10 to the something power. So they want us to write these in standard notation. It's just normal mathematical writing. 1.2 times 10 to the 4th. So we'll write out 1.2, and we know we have to move our decimal 4 places to the right. So here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4. And that's where our decimal will end up. We'll erase this one, we hope. And we'll add zeros for placeholders. So we come up with 12,000. You know I love my commas. All right, D, 1.5 million. Okay, they want us to multiply the decimal number. Uh-oh, what happened? Whoops, I think I pressed undo on accident. They want us to multiply the decimal number times 1,000,000, okay, to get our answer. Fine. So we will add, or we will move our decimal over how many zeros? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We'll move our decimal over 6 places. So 1.5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And that's where our decimal will end up. Come on, decimal. You know it's there, guys. This thing does not like doing decimals for me, that is for sure. So we end up with, let's place our commas, 1.5 million, 2.5 million. Now we could just write this like normal human beings would logically do it, right? Or we can multiply by a decimal number, right? That's what Saxon wants us to do, so that's what we're going to do. 2.5 times 1 million would equal to 2.5, and we'll move our decimal 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 places to the right. So 2.5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And that's where our decimal will end up. We'll fill in our empty spaces with zeros. Get rid of this decimal, boy, carefully. Okay, we'll put in our commas, and that's what 2.5 million looks like. Now we have 250,000, which is equal to 250.25, right? Decimal, times 1,000,000. Oh, now the dogs are going. Sorry, guys. It's always an adventure. What will we do here? Well, we'll move our decimal, the number of zeros that we have in 1,000,000, which is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I'm going to move it over this way. We'll do 0.25. We'll move our decimal 6 places to the right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We'll fill in our empty spots with zeros. We'll erase our original decimal. Beep. Gone. And we will add a comma. to show 250,000 is 250,000. All right, guys. I feel like you are ready for this. If you have any questions, though, you know you can always find me by texting me, calling me, FaceTiming me, emailing me. I'm always happy to help you. You might even stop me at the beginning of a Zoom session and say, Mrs. Aguilar, I didn't understand this number on math, and I'll be happy to help you. Okay, guys? So good luck.